Alright everybody, check this out. Got a new little Lego set here. It is the Speed Champions DeLorean Time Machine from Back to the Future. Isn't this... Wait! Me from the past. It's you from the future. Here to tell everybody something very important. That I forgot to show the box, so here it is. As you can see, it's got the DeLorean on it. It's kind of in like Courthouse Square, sort of, which is kind of fun. You got some lightning up there. Got the Back to the Future logo as well. I thought somewhere on here was the 40th anniversary logo, because I believe that's why they're doing this, is for the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. And they did a whole bunch of fun things for that. They had the re-release of the movie, a whole bunch of fan events. I think mostly some fans organized those, but I think it was also Universal. The cast got together a bunch, and also they put Back to the Future in Fortnite, which is pretty cool. Here's me playing some Fortnite as Marty McFly.
What's wrong, McFly?
Nobody. Call me. Fuck, I'm good at Fortnite, aren't I? So I don't know why the 40th anniversary logo isn't on here, but it isn't. Then we have the back of the box. There it is. It's got the DeLorean in flight mode from the end of the movie, and a couple other thingums there. There's your top. There's your bottom. And then the sides. So there you go. That looks so good. That's not the thumbnail of the video, but it looks like it. Isn't this a special little vehicle? Now, I don't get to talk about this that much on the channel, but I love Back to the Future. It is, well, it's a perfect movie, you know, as they always say. You know, it's one of those good movies, you know, that they made. Sometimes they still make them. All three of them are so good, and I always wanted a little Lego DeLorean, and they made one back in, Jim, put the year, came out. Thank you, Jim. Came out then from Ideas, and missed out on it. Then I was like, oh, I'll get it secondhand. Then I looked to see how much they were going for it, and was like, oh, that's a lot. So then this little video game comes out. It's called Lego Dimensions, and they have this little itty bitty guy DeLorean. So for a while I had that, and then they had that big UCS one a while ago, but I was waiting for them to do a new minifig scale one, and luckily 2026 was the big year for a minifig scale DeLorean, because here it is, and it's pretty good. I really like it. It's not perfect by any means, but I think this is the best that we're gonna get for a minifig scale DeLorean for a while, so I don't hate it. But before we talk about the car itself, we gotta talk about these two little goofballs inside the DeLorean, starting with oh, he's out of focus. Marty McFly. So yeah, here's Marty, and he's good. There are things I really like about him, things I don't really like about him, and we're gonna go over all of that right now. So, right off the bat, I think this is a pretty good minifigure. Now, I do have the original Marty McFly to compare him with, which I do think is also a pretty good minifigure, but I will say this is an improvement, the new one. In most areas, there's one thing about it that I don't like, and we'll get to it. So hold your horses. So to start with, I really like this piece, the puffer jacket piece. On the original, the puffer jacket was just printed on the torso, which I don't think is bad, but I do think that having it be a separate piece was a good idea, because, you know, it's puffy, so it's got to be It's got to be really big and bulky, you know? So I do not mind that it's a separate piece this time around. Because then also, what you can do is that you can take it off and you can have him without it. Can't have him without it. And there are a couple scenes in the movie where he doesn't wear it. So for those scenes, this does work, and it is a reasonable way to display the figure, and there's some pretty good detail there. And also what's nice is that because the torso is like this bluish gray kind of color, his white button shirt underneath his jean jacket and the vest is white instead of this like pink color it is on the original, which was on a red torso, and they didn't have enough of the white pigment in the print, so it comes out pink. So that's kind of a nice plus quality-wise in terms of the prints. So I like that. Whoa! And then when he's got it on, hey, that looks like Marty. And we got different color legs. I keep bringing this guy out and putting him away. We do have different colored legs. I don't know which one is more accurate to his jeans in the movie, but I do like that we have the waist of his jeans on the torso. I think that's fun and something you don't get on this guy. And then we do have the same hairpiece. I don't know if that works the best. I've always personally liked the idea of giving Marty the Han Solo hairpiece that I think reflects his hair in the movie a little more. But I mean, this one isn't terrible. It's not a terrible choice for Marty. But hey, I mean, that doesn't look terrible. And it does work with the vest. And I have checked as well. It does work in the DeLorean, so you don't have any weird clearance issues with having this taller hairpiece from Han on your Marty. Now we get to the part that I don't like. It's his stupid face. I hate that face. This face is the bane of my existence. I can't stand it. Okay, that might have been a little harsh, but compared to this head, which was specially made for Marty, where it's got, you know, that nice little awkward smile and this, oh, geez, Doc, kind of head. It's like, So if you don't know this head, you got this kind of smirk kind of thing going on. And then on the other side, you have this angry expression. Here's the thing. I don't know why they picked this, besides saving money. I think there are other faces they could have done for Marty. I mean, they could have even reused this. Or they could have done a new head. I don't know, because there's another figure, the other guy in this set, he has a new head. Whatever, I don't care. This head, to me, doesn't scream Marty. At least this one. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, not really. He looks too manly. But when is Marty this pissed? Maybe someone just called him a chicken or something, I don't know. But I don't like this head. I don't think it looks anything like Michael J. Fox. Especially this one. Because this one looks like Michael J. Fox. They put so much effort into this face, which I think is perfect. And they do this. I don't know. I'm now gonna go through a list of every minifigure this has been used on, and every actor this head has represented in LEGO history. So bear with me. Right, so up first, the head itself was made to be Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo in Solo, A Star Wars Story. Then they used it again for Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye in Avengers Endgame. Then Robert Pattinson as Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Then there was Richard Madden as Icarus in Eternals, everyone's favorite Marvel movie. Then Chris Evans as Captain America. Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly for Back to the Future Part 2. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Then Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian in Iron Man 3. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man in Avengers Endgame. And Rupert Friend as Martin Krebs in Jurassic World Rebirth. And now we return to Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly, and I don't think it works. I don't know, maybe you could say it's Eric Stoltz. I don't know. Either way, That's the one part I don't like about this set, and once this review is over, I will be swapping this head onto this figure, because I think it looks a lot better. Also, Marty doesn't have any accessories. I would have given him like a skateboard, which he had in the original set. He had this purple skateboard. Or you give him a guitar. Or you give him a hoverboard. If they still have this piece. I don't know if they still make this piece. But you give him a hoverboard. Jim, I hope you put like the Jetsons little sound there. Oh, great Scott, Marty! Oh no, I'm not doing that. Alright, and then we have the second figure of the set, Dr. Emmett Brown, Doc Brown. And I think this is the best figure in the set. Although, besides the head, I think Marty is also a good figure. But Doc Brown, I think, looks pretty good. Here's the original. They're in the same outfit. They're in his hazmat suit from the Twin Pines Mall scenes. And I think this one is a little better than that one. I mean, this one was also pretty good. But it didn't have all this chaos going on. You know, there's just a lot more happening here, which I think is a bit more fitting for Doc Brown. So he's got his little his stopwatch, which does have, I think it has numbers on it. I don't know, I can't read it all that well. And he's got all the little cords and things. He's got his little pocket with his little paper there and some pens. Got the Hawaiian shirt underneath. Also got his tool belt. You got some of his tools on the back. You got the hazmat symbol there. No leg printing, which I don't mind all that much. And he's got his iconic wrench. Remember Doc Brown's iconic wrench from the movie? You don't? Well, that's because I don't think he ever used a wrench, but I think they all come with a wrench because there's something you can use it while building if you fuck up something. I don't know. And then we got the head, and the head's a bit different. Same hairpiece from the revised Lego Dimensions Doc Brown, which is a bit more accurate to the hair that he had in the movie. I think this head is pretty good. Got this kind of happy face. Then on the other side, we got this head where he's kind of confused, I think, but also he's got these little bandages on his forehead. So it's a little inaccurate to this scene, because I'm assuming, based on the costumes, that this is the scene where, you know, we first see the DeLorean in the Twin Pines Mall parking lot. But these bandages Doc has on his forehead when Marty goes to 1955, because
I was standing on the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock. The porcelain was wet. I slipped, hit my head on the edge of the sink, and when I came to, I had a revelation, a vision, a picture in my head, a picture of this, the flux capacitor.
So, there's that. I don't mind that though, because it's a fun little Easter egg reference there. And I don't know, maybe Doc hit his head on something else. The other one, you know, you get a little smile there. Flipping around, you get this classic face. I think both are good. Which one is the better likeness to Christopher Lloyd? I don't know. I think they're both pretty good. So, there you go. Doc Brown and Marty McFly, the Back to the Future boys. And finally, here it is, the DeLorean Time Machine itself, of course, based on the 1981 DeLorean from the DeLorean Motor Company. I'm sure every Back to the Future fan knows the roller coaster of a history that this car has had. It's not a great car in reality.
How was that DeLorean a piece of garbage?
It's not great. The company that built it almost went bankrupt, and then the movie came out, and now everyone likes DeLoreans and wants to make them and turn them into this with all this stuff on the back. But some people don't like that. But we don't care, because this is fun, and we like to have fun. So, this car, is it a good translation of both the regular DeLorean and the Time Machine DeLorean? I think it is. It gets most of the shapes correct, I would say. There are different angles where I think it looks the best. I think the best one is probably this angle from the back. As I was building this and putting the sticker on the back bumper, I was like, that looks really good. I think the side profile isn't terrible. I think this is the worst angle from the front, and I think it's mainly because of this piece for the windshield. It's not shaped correctly, but I don't mind it. I think this is the best piece they could have used without having to make a new piece, or doing what the original did and doing a full brick built kind of canopy section so that you could also have the gull wing doors. This does not have gull wing doors, which isn't a big deal to me because I don't think any Speed Champions car has functioning doors, so this not having functioning doors, it's not a big deal. Also, this has a windshield. The other one didn't have a windshield, so yeah, it probably helps when you're time traveling. I bet not having a windshield when you're time traveling is quite dangerous. So I think that is pretty all pretty good. I especially really like the hood, because the hood was a place where that really looked bad on the first round. This time, they remembered that it's flat. So look at that, it's flat. Wonderful. And then, like I said, they have a windshield now, so that's good. And just, you know, everything just feels a lot better. There's a lot more greebling back here for all that detailing. And then, of course, you have all the extra little important bits and bobs for your DeLorean. They do have the DMC emblem on the grille and special headlights. You do have these nice wheels, which look good. And, you know, you've got the DeLorean on the bumper. Got the license plate. Also, the taillights don't look bad. Sorry. And then, if you go in the interior, I think is pretty good. A lot more spacious than an actual DeLorean you will find. This is like a pretty big interior. And a real DeLorean,
interior's really small.
I don't think there's ever been anybody I've ever heard or seen sit in a DeLorean and say, wow, this is spacious. They all say it's very cramped, which is one of the big criticisms of the car, even when it's a time machine, because you got a whole bunch of extra crap inside. Anyway, there's your flux capacitor fluxing as it should, and you got a couple other bits and bobs. There's some lights there. There's a grill here. Got this panel to put in your time coordinates, and then you have the display right there. You also have the gauges for your plutonium, and then you got the other little bits there. And you can, of course, fit 2 minifigures in there, and like I said, you know, they fit pretty well, since this is an 8-wide car, as all the Speed Champions cars have been lately. Because sometimes it's a bit of a tough task to get them in sometimes. Marty does fit pretty well, even though he's got his puffer vest with a stud on the back, but he does fit. And then you can put Doc in there as well, or you could have, you know, you can swap either one in the passenger seat or the driver's seat, doesn't matter. Then you put that on, and they fit in there nicely, which I like a lot. Now, another cool thing about this DeLorean is, besides all these fun little bits and bobs to make it your, you know, Back to the Future DeLorean, you got some other accessories that you can use to display the car for whatever scene, particular scene or film you want it to be. So we do have this. This is the little, this is just a fishing rod, I believe. And this is that, like, pole from the end of the movie that Doc and Marty put on it to catch that one little cord so Marty can get
Back to the future!
It just goes in there pretty simply, stays in there well. But there's also all of this. Now, what the hell is all this for? Well, this is to convert it to a Back to the Future Part 2 DeLorean, which is what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So, what you're going to want to do is we're going to come back here, and I'm going to take this bob out, this thing, and we're going to put Mr. Fusion on the back, because of course, in the future, it runs on garbage as the fuel.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Doc?
I need fuel. Go ahead, quick, get the car.
We're going to take this off, this bit. We're going to pop off the out of time 1985 license plate. We're then going to add, it's upside down. We're then going to add the 2015 license plate. Then you just pop that back on, and voila, there is your Part 2 DeLorean for when you're on the road. But as Doc Brown said at the end of Part 1 and the beginning of Part 2,
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
so we got to put it into flight mode. How the hell do you do that? Well, just pop off the wheels, which is a little hard. Got to get a good grip on them. And hopefully the pins will come out. So you have all 4 of the wheels. Then you put these in, and they just go inside of the wheel well. There are those 2 studs there that plugs into. I knocked off Mr. Fusion, I felt it. So just put that there. I put Mr. Fusion back on. Okay, there's Mr. Fusion. Okay. So there you go. Now, all you gotta do, take the pins out of these wheels. And then, damn it. Sometimes these come off, because it's kind of hard to get them really locked into those studs. So you got to make sure that those are attached well. And then you just put the wheels on, just like this. And there you go, you got a Part 2 DeLorean in flight mode. Looks pretty good. It's not that difficult of a process. It doesn't take too long. It isn't too complex. And I think it's a lot better than having some sort of switch on the back that you have to flip, or like back here that you have to flip to flip out the wheels, because I don't think that would be able to fit in here, as well as having the ability to have too many figures in there at this scale. Now, if you're a fan of Back to the Future Part 3, you're fucked. Unlike the original DeLorean and the UCS DeLorean, there are no parts included in the set to turn it into the Part 3 DeLorean. So if you want to have those white wall wheels, or that thing there on the hood, or even have the train wheels there that can work with Lego track, you got to do that yourself. I'm mixed on that. On one hand, I am disappointed that it's not included here, because it was included with all the other ones. So the fact that Part 3 doesn't get anything here is very disappointing. But at the same time, that would have made this set cost more. And a big thing about this set is that it isn't too overpriced. People are actually happy with the price of this set, which is surprising. Most people are never happy with Lego prices, but the DeLorean is one that people aren't too mad about. So I think including all those extra pieces would have made people a lot more upset, because it would have cost more. Maybe the price wouldn't be as reasonable for this car. So I think just having it be Part 1 and Part 2 isn't terrible. Alright, so there is the DeLorean from Lego Speed Champions for Back to the Future. And yeah, I think this is a good set. It's got a couple problems, but overall, I think it captures the look of the DeLorean pretty well, and the minifigures are pretty good. And, you know, if you missed out on that original DeLorean, and then you get this, and this is a big improvement, and costs way less. So I would recommend getting it and building it and enjoying it. So there you go, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed your new favorite video, and I will see you in your next favorite video. Bye. There we go. Much better.